I've definitely been savaged by Eagle Claws multiple times, admittedly. All right, so the next deck of the day is going to be this US German mid-range deck. This is the same list that we played earlier this week. I had a lot of fun with it, so I just want to play with it more. Sorry, this is not what I'm talking about. We're playing a ramp deck. That's what we're playing. US German ramp. We played this earlier in the week, and I had a lot of fun with it. And so I just wanted to play more games with it. One thing to note while we're playing these games, this list actually doesn't have any Death from Aboves in it, which might be wrong. I don't feel like we missed them in the set that we played earlier this week. But one of the things I want to look at is like deciding, for example, do we need 3 Awoken Giants in a deck that's also running Sudden Strikes and FLAMMPANZERs? Do we need, these Panzer III-H's when we have like Warmonds and Mobilization? Another card we were talking about before were these Mitchells. They felt good, and I'm going to run the full play set again today just to continue to get a better feel for them. But it's like, do we need all 3 copies of these? So these are like kind of the cards I'm looking at to consider cutting so that I can add a couple of Death from Aboves if we really feel like this deck needs that effect. But like I said, we're going to keep playing with the list as is. And while we're getting into a game here... Oh, actually, I guess I can't do that quite yet. Let me edit the deck command for y'all so you can import this deck if you so wish. We are playing US German ramp. There's the import code. So this should work now for you guys. Well, I got you covered, Wirtz. I think unless we're just constantly getting run over, we're definitely going to play an hour with this deck at least, and then when we move on to our next one, we'll see how it goes. We'll play at least an hour with this one, and at least 30 minutes with the last deck of the day, which will get us to 3 p.m. Which is when I usually try to stream until. I might go a little longer today, though. We'll see. Oop, I just noticed this. Oop, I don't know who that was. Maybe it was our last opponent. Or maybe I'm just not very observant and somebody a while ago sent us a friend request. These can be good against aggro, but not without ramp. And since there's no guarantee we get it early, I'd rather just toss it all back. Alright, well, hopefully he's playing an aggressive deck because this list is, this hand is stacked against aggro. Please play a card on turn 1. Please play a card on turn 1. Not quite what I was looking for, but at least our FLAMMPANZER kills it. I think I pass here. I could kill it with Sudden Strike so I can engineer next turn, but there's no guarantee that he's playing something super aggressive, so I'd rather just... go ahead and take the front line here. Next turn we might just sit in the front line with our big fat booty and play war bonds. Now I don't think we can do that. Now we gotta do something like this and this, I think. Or do we want to hit this? Probably this. That's kind of annoying. Well, we'll see if this hits that unit. If it does, then we'll trade. Not necessarily. It might be... It's just... I just wanted to get the bigger threat off the table. Yeah, it depends on the timing. I think in the position that I was in, I was supposed to kill the bigger threat. I think I play the Panzer and bomb. Might also be right to just clog the front line, honestly. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, that 04 can snowball games out of control, so it's kind of a kill on sight. And our decision not to like sudden strike it on that turn that we might have been wrong. He didn't get any value off it, and the sudden strikes end up being used for other targets, so... Getting kind of lucky here, I'll be honest. Uh-oh, this could be bad. Well, I assume we're just gonna die to a comet. So unfortunately, despite our good luck, looks like it's not gonna matter. Did anything... Did I? I thought everything that ended up in the front line was 3 toughness or higher. Oh, I guess there was that one opportunity with the, where we threw our engineers into something. Fearing another aggressive deck, I think I throw this entire hand back. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch the replay. I thought I was just trying to get value off of my engineers while I had the chance. And then I figured Awoken would get used at another point. No, not necessarily. Oh, the 1-1, yeah. I think at that point the game was so far gone, or like we were so far into the game, I was like, it probably doesn't matter. Do I save the FLAMMPANZER for like the 04, or like if he's US based, the 1-1 also? What do I play here? I gotta play this. Another FLAMMPANZER? Sure. I'm tempted to ramp. I think that's wrong, though. There's also a question of if we actually want to just shoot to be resource efficient. Because next turn we'll have 6 resources, so that lets us go FLAMMPANZER shoot with both of these. I actually think that's what we're supposed to do here. Because we don't really need the card draw, right? We're just trying to survive. So next turn with 6 resources, I could play the FLAMMPANZER to kill this and then shoot with both of these. And like the main point of Awoken Giant is that it's going to deal enough damage so that we can kill something. I think that's more important than the card draw. Especially with a hand where we got War Bonds and Mobilization. Sure. I'm actually fine with that. So another German US player. Oh, this one's looking like he's more mid-rangey. I think I played this out. Obviously, I hope it hits the one in the front line because it's the bigger one and because it means it's harder for him to kill this. What else could we do, though? Not much else meaningful, eh? I guess I could ramp, shoot this. Doesn't seem particularly great. I think I just want the bomber out as soon as possible. Yeah, it looks like it's just another game we might just get run over here. Well, hopefully we can find more sudden strikes and whatnot. That'll be nice. That's the one that can't be targeted, unfortunately. So we gotta do this. So he can get us down to 4 health, I think. Now 5 because he made this play and he can only attack with one of the 2 units. Yep, that's the plan. Question is it good enough? What we really needed this game was our Seaborne invasion. Alright, now that probably does it. Yep. GG. Yeah, we had a lot of success with this, I felt like, earlier this week. And unfortunately, it's looking like this deck's just gonna, like, brick and die this game. Just be a little too slow, too clunky. The newly released common cards. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them are very interesting. I think let's see if I can remember the majority of them. The British Guard unit is going to probably replace 5th Brigade in a lot of decks. Just like +1/+1 for 1 more resource on a guard unit is huge. So I think will definitely see a lot of play. The US 1 cost 0 operation, which I think is the key part about it. Thing that gives +1/+1 when randomly dies. I think it will depend on where US aggressive decks sit in the metagame, because like the 0 operation cost is kind of big. Just because it means you can move more stuff up on the front line the turn you decide to put down your engineers. And having like, and obviously a 0 op 2/2 in the front line is nice. And then when it dies, like to get like some small amount of upside is obviously great. This screams I have Awoken Giants to him. Blue Blast is a good enough player that he probably sniffs that out. It doesn't mean that he doesn't take the front line anyway, because he probably doesn't have a choice, but... What else did they spoil? I think the Russian 5-3 ambush will be interesting to see where that fits in the meta, because I think mid-range decks kind of want more quality 4-drops for sure. The problem is that its toughness makes it very susceptible, obviously, to a lot of removal and sweepers and bombers and artillery. Obviously, if it gets targeted by removal, you're drawing a card. That's not the issue, but it's just like there's a lot of like it's got to be a really bad card against Britain, right? Because like Thingy cleans it up. Sorry, what am I trying to say? Sorry guys, I'm trying to think about this game and talk about these cards at the same time. Carpet bombing cleans it up. All the bombers like don't care about its ambush effect. Artillery, like Katyusha is gonna like kind of be annoying against it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm interested to see where it goes. I don't think you're ever running a full play set of those in a deck. But I think a couple of them, especially in a deck that's like has a lot of other infantry to get value off of Zhukov, could be good. So we'll see. What do we do here, gents? Do we just eat this and then I think we just Mitchell. I think we gotta start, like... We definitely need to start dealing damage. Well, he can't move and operate that on the same turn. So that's nice. But he could move it up and encircle it, which would be bad. Ugh. I think we just gotta blow it up. So he's dead on board. Yeah, I don't think that worked the way he was hoping it would work. Because it only reduces the operation cost. Well, look at that. We finally beat an aggressive deck today. Sorry, that's an exaggeration. We finally beat an aggressive deck with this German ramp deck. That P40 did work, man. Holy smokes. Like, I don't know if we win that game without the P40 there. Awoken Giant against Alexandria deck? Probably not. Don't think I want mobilization yet. I think I'm fine keeping these. I can go this on 2, this on 3. If he's an air deck, these are very nice draws. Doesn't really affect us. Guess we'll just go for the threat. Probably just playing this on turn 5, actually. Depends. Maybe that's not right. Maybe we want to just sudden strike this, So he doesn't feel super safe just throwing out air units and other bombers. What is he playing? As much as I want the ramp, I think I'm supposed to take the B-17, huh? Even though we're like many, many turns off from it. Just kind of want to ensure I have an effect like this in hand. This might be a game where we get to B-17 and then bounce it back into hand and then do it again. I think we attempt to kill this here. He could have interception. What does he have? Why that one? I wonder. What can he do from this position that would be really bad for us? Like, I feel like he's so far behind at this point. Okay. That was a game of cards that we played. Is keeping a Mitchell okay? Probably fine. Yeah, we got a turn 4 Mitchell now. That's pretty good. I think next turn we're definitely going to FLAMMPANZER though, and then the HELLCAT can move and attack something the following turn. I don't know, maybe we can throw out the engineers to get the Mitchell down. Guarantee that it like kills something early, and then he'll probably feel like buffing something. Okay, if he's buffing now, then I'm certainly gonna just kill one of them with the FLAMMPANZER. Keep our life total as high as possible. Yeah, but I think a 1k ramp card would just be broken, honestly. I'm not sure this game needs or wants a 1k ramp card. Like, ramp decks could just become too degenerate like with that, I think. That would be my prediction, though. I could very well be wrong, but I don't think the game needs it. So you could only do it one. Yeah, but even then all it means is that ramp has busted turns every once in a while instead of more consistently. I guess we're just in race mode here. I mean, we're probably just dead. I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes if your deck isn't running guard units. Well, you could kill with the HELLCAT. That doesn't do much. Wow. This is an interesting build of our opponent's archetype for sure. I think we're probably just dead. I think they've seen too many cards. Like they for sure they have like a blitzy bomber or something like that. What could we do to stand a reasonable chance? It's probably not a whole lot, eh? Like, I could use that here, and then we're probably just dead anyway. If this hits it, we could stand a chance. I think that's the play to win line. Hope that this hits it. Nah. Is that right? I don't know. We probably can't win without that immediate burst damage. Because if I played this and it hit again, then these two plus that would have been lethal next turn. We would have had enough resources. We're probably just dead to like, what's it called? Finest Hour? Because he hasn't played that yet, right? Sure. It's an interesting build. British, German, airburn. That's kind of cool. Don't think there was really much we could do against that other than hope he doesn't have such a good start with close air support. That's pretty much it. Or have more guard units, I suppose, is the other solution. I think this is okay to keep. This might be wrong. Could do it on turn 4, but that's assuming we even get to play this on 3. We probably won't have time. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to throw all this back. We're definitely good at not being on the play against aggressive decks with our ramp deck today. Yeah, if I wasn't keeping the if I wasn't keeping that 6-drop bomber, I'm probably supposed to throw back one of these two. Or sorry, I'm probably supposed to throw back the engineer. As it turned out, we drew another one as well, so we got royally punished. But see what we can do here. I tell you, it's a good thing we didn't run into all these low-to-the-ground aggressive decks on Monday when we were playing those ramp. We wouldn't have had nearly as good of a time. That's a pretty great draw, so now I can do this and this. Awoken Giant drawing Awoken Giant. Yeah, remember when I said before at the start of this set that 3 Awoken Giants might be too many? I think I'm wrong. It still might be incorrect not to have some number of Death from Above in this deck, but I'm just not sure what the cut is, and it's probably not Awoken Giant. The more games we play, the more I'm convinced that that's the case. Do I bounce that? He just gets to draw next turn anyway. I think we're supposed to clog up the front line here. This thing has drawn him a lot of freaking cards. I mean, I'm fine with that. I really think he was actually supposed to hit... I think he was supposed to hit our HQ there. Might end up not mattering, though. We needed some sudden strikes this game. The other thing this list lacks that the other mid-range deck has is the First Marines, which is another really good card in matchups like this. But we took them out to fit these in, which may or may not be correct. But, I mean, you know, We're not playing ramp to beat those cards. Yeah, I like War Machine though because it lets us play a lot of stuff on turn 3 we otherwise wouldn't. But yeah, previously all the ramp decks I was playing weren't using War Machine, but I've decided to give it a try because I've seen a lot of people playing ramp decks that are using it again. So I wanted to see kind of how it feels. Sure, you got double Blitzkrieg. Yeah, it might just not be... You might not be able to play a ramp deck that doesn't have guard units or healing in this current meta. As fun as the German list is. Can we run into more mid-range decks that we can run over with our big bombers, please? Why is everybody playing aggro today? Everyone's just feeling very aggressive this Friday. To be fair, we're going to end our stream with playing an aggressive list ourselves, so... Yeah, I mean, that's probably why. And, like, it's coming to the end of the season, so people want to play... I pretty much like this whole hand. Maybe I cut the Awoken Giant, that's about it. Again, we're on the freaking... we're on the draw. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to throw back the War Bonds, actually. Fearing this. I think I play this so I can play this next turn. Do I still play it? I don't think so. Oh, maybe I was supposed to play the Hellcat to kill this. That's what I should have done. I didn't think it'd be an... I don't know why I just, like, assumed... Oh, okay, he's guarding his unit here. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. But... Our opponent really doesn't like Hellcats. Thanks everyone for stopping by and hanging out this Friday afternoon. It's been fun. I enjoy streaming for all you guys and gals out there. Trying to stream more and more as the weeks go on. So I appreciate you, you know, supporting the stream in what ways you can by giving me a follow, stopping by, checking things out, participating in chat and whatnot. It's going to be fun next week with the release of the new Cards expansion. We're going to get 3 streams in rather than the normal 2, and we might even stream more than that. We'll see. My plan is to slowly but surely get to a point where I'm just streaming, just add more and more streaming hours every week, if I can. Let's do this. Thanks, Mykonos. I'm looking forward to it as well. Really excited to dive in and see what the campaigns have to offer. So we're kind of keeping up with him in terms of ramp, which is nice. We'll just bounce that. I'm not moving these up because I don't want him to have Awoken Giant targets quite yet. Plus, him with the Corsair, because it destroys random enemy units, I want to ensure that I have a bunch of random enemy units that I don't care about dying on the board. Yeah, I try to do my best. You know, I just try to impart knowledge based on things that... just based on personal experience. I can't say that I'm always right, and I'm sure like I have some incorrect analyses sometimes, but I just try to do my best to provide some information for all you guys. And it's fun to discuss and dissect, you know, the game and different plays and deck building decisions and whatnot. All right, again, as tempting as it is to hit face here, I don't think this game's gonna come down to damage. I don't want him to just be able to Woken Giant that. I think we just double ramp here. I might play the P40. Then we have something in the support line that can start attacking. And maybe I'm supposed to play out the Panzer III. It's just I'm not 100% certain yet what I want this to grab. Will depend on what he plays. I think do I want to B17 that? The other option now thinking is that if I had Panzer III last turn, I could have moved up and shot this, keeping the Panzer, then I could have played this to finish it off. And then it wouldn't have been as bad to lose, you know, stuff. I think here I just want to go face, right? Just be aggressive. Yeah, he could have thingy though. Let's see. Does not. I don't think I want this in a hand that already has it. I guess we'll take this. I like him having to spend the credits to destroy something rather than us having to do it. I think I'll throw this out. Doesn't die to Avenger like the rest of our hand does. Uses our resources. Maybe it baits out a B17 from him. Who knows? We're one credit short of being able to play a B17 and bounce it back to our hand with this Panzer IV in the same turn, which would be sweet. And now we can do it. Okay, I'm assuming he doesn't have B-17. I feel like he would have played it. Maybe not. Wow, that's really bad for us. So we can deal 9 damage to our HQ. That was pretty lucky by him. Could retreat that. Play this other one. That sucks. That's super lucky. Super lucky. Seaborne invasion from him did us in. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, anything but both of those blitz units there would have been so much better. Even two of the 5.5s, I think, would have been better than 2 3-4s with blitz. Maybe I'm incorrect though. No. Him running that out means I have a bad hand. I would like to start drawing new cards. At least that's what it suggests to me, so I'm like getting rid of it now. Do not want to deal with that. Ooh. Do I engineer? I think I'm supposed to engineer. Next turn I can awoken this and P40. Actually, I probably just kill this P40. It depends on what he plays. I think I still P40, right? Okay, no, now I have a better option. Yeah, I know. But I do like ramp. I like I said at the beginning of this set, we had fun with it on Monday, and I figured let's give it a shot today. But yes, I should have probably started with this deck today before I got some wins with the mid-range decks. For this reason. Yeah, I think we just kill everything here. Man, that sucks for him. We'll do one more. Yeah, there's just so much aggressive like burn decks right now that it's probably just wrong. If you're playing a ramp deck, you got to be playing Britain, I think, with just so you can have some healing, some guard units. And in fact, it might be right to just not play ramp at all. That's why I like cards like Sudden Strike and FLAMMPANZER. To deal with like the buffing strategies that people often employ. What do you take here? It's definitely not the mobilization, right? It's either the redraw or maybe this guy. I think I go for the redraw. We have like a number of ways to deal with nasty units that he could play next turn, especially if he wants to like play and buff them. Well, as much as I want a Sudden Strike... 1, 2... I think we're supposed to kill this. Move that up to kill that, then we can play this. Then this eats that. It's not a... matchups like this aren't about card advantage. It's about board control. So I would rather have something that impacts the board... because this draws us a card that we're looking for, that we care about, and it impacts the board because it's a body that we can play out. And it looks like we're gonna get to mobilize anyway. Does he have a... Okay. One of the best things he could have done that turn would have been... He would have been... What am I trying to say? Would have been... encircling this. That would have been problematic for us. Now we're in a pretty good position, though. I think... I could play the Mitchell, which would kill either of these. I'd still have enough resources to move this up and kill this, if that's what... if that happens. But because of that, I think the P40 is just the best thing that we can be doing. I'll move this up. Do I want to move that up? Definitely playing that as well. Yeah, no, I'm fine moving this up, I think. Yeah, generally speaking, in aggressive matchups, it's versus more aggressive decks, it's not about card advantage, it's just about maintaining board control. Do I just bounce that? No, I think I... Yep. Okay. I was thinking, you know, play that to keep the pressure up, plus start dealing damage. Ooh, look at that. I was wondering if we would hit that today. Let's open them up, shall we? Wow, do these look different to you? I feel like there used to be a shadow. This looks like it's very floaty. This looks very bright. Whoa, dude. How many resources did we gain? 19. Alright, that's it for that set. Let's move on to the final deck of the day.